Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Political Avenger. It is October 5th, 2022. The time now is 5:39 a.m. Eastern Time. And the reason that I'm coming on this morning is because I was woken up out of my sleep by directed energy weapons. And I'm going to start documenting this on my channels just to have a record of it, video record of it with timestamps. So this morning, I was woken up around 2:30. I don't know exactly when because I was, disoriented. I was woken up around 2:30 with synthetic pulses coming into the room, hitting the rooftop, coming into the room. So I knew right away that this was directed energy weapons due to the fact that I've experienced this in the past over the years. But this, usually I ignore it. I just try to go back to sleep, or I just ignore it and just keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But it was so intense that I have to talk about it. And this is totally different from what happened to me a few days back or last week with the strange experience with the screens of the beings from elsewhere. This is totally different. So this synthetic pulsing was coming into the room, and it woke me up out of my sleep, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I tried to ignore it, and just got more and more intense. I can feel the walls begin to pop. I felt my closet it's like when it shifts, it pops, right? The walls. So I'm feeling all this, and then of course the vibration on my body, the vibration in the room. The room starts basically vibrating, kind of like, it's hard to explain. It's almost like how do you explain this? The room was vibrating, but due to a synthetic energy impact. And you can see the room was vibrating, but it was you can see that everything in the room was very, very electrified, extremely electrified. That's the word that I'm going to use, extremely electrified. And the pulses were coming down, and then I began to hear the walls popping, and this was going on for about 2 hours. So I came online, and I'm going to show you what I did to just keep record of it. Hold on. I came online and I went to Twitter, and this is what I wrote. I was doing the tweet at 4:50, but it took me a while to gather my thoughts on how I was going to, write this out. So I stated on Twitter, millions of dollars are being wasted or are wasted on targeting individuals with directed energy weapons. I'm honored 2 hours this morning. Try harder, sirs. I'm sure the activity is being picked up by other government instruments. And then as I was finishing up the tweet at 4:59, the pulsating stopped. And then I posted it that same minute. So they're obviously, whoever is involved, whether they're contractors, whether they're military, which I believe it's a combination of both. They're engaging in this type of activity. They're using whatever instruments they're using and tools, whether they're satellites or other things on the ground, to target specific individuals that are speaking about certain subjects. It has to do with speaking about certain subjects. I'm always speaking about these type of subjects, about the futuristic applications, the future technology that's coming in. So they're obviously threatened when folks talk about this. And again, this is not my first time experiencing this. This has happened over the years, but they're spending millions of dollars and serious hardcore technology to try and discourage people from continuing their conversations or their research on these type of futuristic Star Wars technological advancements. So I'm coming on here just to record it as a, just say, video diary of what happened to me this morning. Again, it was intense. The walls were popping, and that usually happens when things begin to shift in the home. It was coming from the northwest, I believe. I could be wrong, but it felt like it was coming from the northwest west. I tried to track to see if there was any satellites in that area, but I didn't actually get a chance to. But again, more of us need to do the research and talk about this. This is the silent killer for many people. These technologies, whether it's satellite or other, can cause earthquakes. They're capable of causing fires. Obviously, they can buckle buildings if it's strong enough, if the pulsing is strong enough and intense enough, and directed, to specific areas. You can cause. If it can cause an earthquake, it can cause a building to collapse. These types of technologies are also known to start fires, depending on how it's being used, the application. So we need to talk more about this. We need to talk about the future of this, meaning it's now, but the future technology of this. People need to become aware that Star Wars technology is alive and well, and it is operational, and it is being used, except we ignore it. Except we ignore it because, or we choose not to talk about it because it's too far-fetched for some folks that still don't want to believe that this stuff is taking place. Okay? This is the future, and the future is now. Okay? We're able to stream things to TVs, to computers, to laptops, cell phones. If we can do that, we can send energy anywhere in the world, especially if we have satellites. If we can do that, we can send pulses, microwaves, radio waves, electromagnetic waves to anywhere on the planet, to anything on the planet, and to anyone on the planet. So you can use it for destruction. You can use it to actually change the moods of individuals. You can cause heart attacks. There's all kinds of things that can happen with these vibrations. Okay, imagine being targeted for hours on end, your body being hit with pulsating synthetic electromagnetic radiation or frequencies. It can cause heart attacks. It can cause seizures. So we need to talk about this. It has to be a more common topic. And you can actually use the information that's being put on the websites of the military contractors and the military itself. They give you presentations on how these new up and coming, space technologies can be used, what they're capable of, and they give you a whole presentation on it. You can find this on YouTube, on the military contractors website. You can find it on their websites, period. You can find it at the military own government websites. Become familiar with it, share it with your friends. Understand that this is the Minority Report. This is Star Wars. This is, Space Force. This is Solar Warden. All the things we were told it was a conspiracy theory, which is actually a conspiracy fact now. So again, wrap up. I was targeted for 2 hours. I felt the room vibrating. The walls were buckling. I'm not going to say they were buckling. They were just popping, which is very dangerous. And I have to check tomorrow, earlier this morning, when the light comes up, to see if there's anything wrong with the walls. But, they're threatened by anyone that speaks about this. And that's a good thing, because that means that their plans for the future is not looking so bright. All right, guys. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow or tonight, and get into some more experiences that I've had. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.